back on this. There are questions I want answered. The story is definitely hooking me. My assumption is with Daniel is he just thinks the world isn't worth keeping alive. Everything should just go. That's the long and short of it, I guess. Let's see where this goes. Now we gotta actually prevent the apocalypse, basically. Zodiac was kept alive to hold everything together. Just wasn't necessarily a bad guy. Alright. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary. No abnormalities detected. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. All your books are in crystals. Reminds me of Rick and Morty. Things he just stuck in their heads.
This, Morty, is my archive.
As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flow through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelins greatly. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flow through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's effort to prepare in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Lopoids, though it's not clear who or what they are. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The record notes the Watcher's musing when Elizabeth is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiac, so long as he remains in prison. So I took him out unfinished. Did you learn anything of import? So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brand requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. They will explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Heidelin. They said as much. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Heidelin's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before, and comes now again.
In English. Long ago, before the great sunrise, there was but a single word, Atheris. Ooh. One day, from within the heart, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magic ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, their convocation struck upon a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their inviolable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow is weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposing Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need to remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroying, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Yeah. I respond silently. Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with the spoken word. Heidelin and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Atheris' population. Thus was it necessary for Heidelin to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still, more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any and who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Here she asked everybody for help, and I'm the one who heard her. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Atheris and her history. Like Zodiac, Heidelin's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future and not linger in the prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Heidelin is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believes that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
Probably go down too. Nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share its fate. What now? It is ready. What's ready? This way, if you would be so kind. Beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Heidelin knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Athens to the safe harbor. Oh, there's an ark. You need not go far to find his pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. And fulfill my final duty as watcher on the dark. Okay. Next. At long last, the Watcher is ready to fulfill his final duty. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. Oh, it's the doggy! The good boy. As Heidelin created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of Aether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos, and you will find your way. If he labors in service to Heidelin's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for the crushing brand then? I'm jumping. I ain't afraid to jump off the cliff. Alright. I know where we're going. Here. There's a little bridge right here. Aha! I'm right. Faster or fly in here. What the heck is that? That look crazy. Oh, we doing a face. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Alright, back to the show. Killing it over there, ain't you? This place we seek is just ahead, at the chlorocrops grub. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient aether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. But not be a murder cavern. Oh, you again. Definitely wants to smoke, don't you? Let me give it to you. You can handle the smoke. Yes, here we do nicely. The lunar Spongor draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the Spongor along? Hey, Argos! How you doing, boy? Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. The most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argus was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such affinity to anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. Is he such a good boy? As for your companions... Ooh, we all get good boys. Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Look at all the good boys. Good. Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness, but climb on Argo's back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiarc's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' assurance notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first while Thangra and Orianje wait here. Alright, let's go. Malefic appearance from the crater. Remnants of Zodiac looks like. Hey, I discovered a new location. And another one. This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amarantian. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let us head inside and... Oh? Most intriguing, and means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blank out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Let's move forward. Oh. This looks cool. It is big, and it has no ceiling. Well, supposed to close the door behind you, right? This looks so good. Wow. I would very much like to see the concept art in this place. Of this place.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Moonship. Oh, it's a wabbit.
I'm hunting wabbits.
Mini wabbits. Moon wabbits. Many moon wabbits. Ew.
Look lively, everyone!
Exactly what I expected the voice to sound like.
I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends! We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive.
We're here.
I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Etheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Where your hair is bouncing. Yeah, I understand completely.
'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
She has a sense of humor. I mean, you never know. She wants people to laugh. And I love it. No fanfare for me? No. Hey, boom, what's up? Yeah! I love it. The Inquisitor's dumbfounded expression suggests he is still struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. They must be the Loperis mentioned in the Watcher's records. Okay. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave the rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. Let's attune to the giant ignorant. movie's so good with the music. Just want to sit in here. It's calm. Camping way. Wait, how do you expect me to get over there? Do I jump off? Yep. There we go. Wait. Kinda reminded me of Final Fantasy IX's music regarding that. Might be mishearing, but alright. Chipper! Okay. The leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singingway is the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispiest, cleanest air for the people of Atheris. And that's a promise. Guiding way. Weaving way. There has to be a Hemingway somewhere. Dozing leopard. That's the one with the snot bubble. Leader? No. Sleeping way. My job is... Perhaps I better ask. Angry way, dopey way. Without grumpy way. There we go. Snappy. What? How the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your lead. Are you the ones giving orders? Oh, yes, of course. As the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take charge of the others. Oh, that's a bit presumptuous. You know what? It's been years. Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all. But perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter. You needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center. If you should find yourself lost, well, I said that. My inflection was so weird. I shall gather the others to meet you there. Well then, back to upper floor it is. And there's no wrong way to reach it. Wobbling way. Flopping way. Seriously, where is Hemingway? I just want to see a Hemingway.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name. Map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
It's a simple thing, Cred. They're little cute people riding us to somewhere else. They're Noah. Just very cute and many.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
Okay.
Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
Very nonchalant about that, aren't you?
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
I love this explanation.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold.
Hopefully as many.
And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
Also, that's why we can breathe here. I think that somewhat answers my question.
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement.
That list.
No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
Yeah.
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges?
Wait, what?
Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Hydaelyn herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
You want to talk?
Well, Amarotines
I'm a
were
big
a
rabbit,
great
you're a
deal
small
taller.
rabbit.
In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
No.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
Okay.
Building way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yeah.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
Well, I guess they could fit a lot of people on here. They were made for bigger people, so...